Let's play at home! It's that time again. Welcome back to Race Through Space with Charlotte and Bryony. We play in the City of Birmingham Symphony Orchestra with about 80 other musicians, and we can't wait to make music together again soon.
Do you know what? I really miss playing the violin together.
Agreed. I think my violin's a bit lonely.
Loneliness will be a thing of the past when we get to go on our trip to the moon together, but first we need to complete our spaceship, which we've been making from musical building blocks. So far we've met rhythm, which is all about repeating patterns. Rocket with bang as we race through space, discovering bang, race through space. Dynamics, which are about louds and quiets. With a whiz and a bang, we'll be on our way in a rocket designed by you. And tempo, which is about slow and fast. Come with us as we race through space, discovering something new. With a whiz and a bang, we'll be on our way in a rocket designed by you. Thank you so much for sending us your drawings and helping us to design our spaceship.
Hello everyone, it's that time again. Let's wake up, shake up. Today we're going to be warming up our bodies and having a think about what it will be like when we finally get to launch our musical rocket. First things first, can you put your hands on your hips? Lovely. What we're going to do is we're going to sway from one foot to the other. Can you join in with me? Lovely. Okay, so can you now keep those legs going and roll your wrists? Good. Now put your hands on your head. Very good. Back on your hips. Now we're going to run on the spot. Keep those hands there. Keep going as fast as you can. Brilliant. Now can you stretch to the ceiling? Now lean one way. Oh, big stretches and the other way. Oh, that's really great. Okay, so now circle those hips for me. And the other way. Keep going. See how fast we can do it. Now we're going to crouch down. Can you wave at everyone because we're going to create our very own musical rocket. Get your arms ready. Off we go. Off we go.
Today we're learning about timbre. Timbre means type of sound, like the different sounds made by different instruments or different materials. Sound in music is like paint in art, so when we talk about timbre we can use describing words for colours or shapes, like bright and spiky, warm and solid, or dark and round.
So normally in the orchestra, Bryony and I play the violin. That's our timbre, our type of sound. There are so many amazing different types of sound in an orchestra. I miss it so much. I've decided to raid my kitchen and make my very own space orchestra right in front of me. I've got some wooden spoons. I've got a big metal saucepan that sounds like this. I've got a plastic washing basket that sounds like this. That's a dull sound, isn't it? I've got a cheese grater. Have a listen to this sound. That's quite a rough, scratchy sound. I've got my handy colander, which I think will also double up as a space helmet for when we finally make it to the moon. Have a listen. It sounds like this. Very bright metal sound, that one. Finally, I've made a shaker. I've put some pasta in an empty bottle and it sounds like this. We'd love for you to make your very own space orchestra for the next part of the video. So press pause and see if you can find 3 different types of sound when you raid your kitchen.
So did you find some sounds in your kitchen? It's fun, isn't it? I've had a lovely time making my space orchestra and I can't wait to see what all these different things sound like. So shall we play a game? I would love to play Musical Snap. What I'd like you to do is have a listen to the 3 sounds you found in your kitchen, and I'm going to play you some of my sounds, and if your sounds sound a bit like my sounds, then you can say snap. They don't have to look the same, but they do have to sound the same, so we're going to be using our listening ears. Okay, let's go. Thanks for playing Musical Snap with me. So did you have any matches? Did you shout snap? If your sound sounded a little bit like my sounds, then that's great. And if found some new and different sounds, then that's great too. Okay, now it's time for us to play our different types of sound. So we're going to play rocket, bang, race through space on each of our 3 different types of sound. I'm going to pick as my 3 types of sound my metal frying pan, my plastic mixing bowl and my wooden fruit bowl. I'm going to start with my frying pan, but you can choose any of your 3 sounds. It doesn't have to be the same as mine. Let's see what this sounds like, shall we? Off we go! Rocket, bang, race through space. Wow, that was quite a bright and ringing sound, wasn't it? A bit like a bell. I wonder what your sound sounded like. Okay, it's time for our next sound. Off we go! Rocket, bang, race through space. That sounded to me a little bit more round and hollow than the last sound. I wonder which words you might use to describe your sound. Okay, it's time for our next sound. Off we go! Rocket, bang, race through space. And again, another different type of sound. To me, that sounded a little bit more dry and maybe flat. I wonder what your sound sounded like. Okay, now the fun really begins. It's time to mix up our 3 different types of sound. So I'm going to put rocket in my frying pan, bang in my mixing bowl and race through space in my fruit bowl. Let's have a go, shall we? It's going to sound really cool with 3 different types of sound all mixed together. Off we go! Rocket, bang, race through space. Rocket, bang, race through space. Rocket, bang, race through space. Rocket, bang, race through space.
So music is always better with friends, isn't it? So we're going to put our sounds together now. You can stick with me and carry on with what we've just been doing. Rocket, bang, race through space.
Or join in with me. I'm going to be saying the rocket rhyme, do you remember? But instead of doing any actions, we're going to put those on our instruments. Come with us as we race through space, just like that.
Great. So decide who you'd like to join in with and pick your sounds. And let's get ready to go. If you're joining in with me, we're going to say our rhythm 4 times. Are you ready? Are you steady? Off we go.
Come
Rocket,
with
bang,
as we
race through space.
Discovering
bang,
something
race
new.
through space.
With a whiz
Rocket,
and a
bang,
bang, we'll be
race
on
through
our way
space.
in a
Rocket,
rocket
bang,
designed by
race
you.
through space. Rocket with bang as we race through space. Discovering sang, race through space. With a rocket and a bang, we'll be race through space in a rocket designed by you. Race through space.
Wow, what an amazing space orchestra. I loved hearing all those timbres, all those different types of sound. And that's the next piece in our musical spaceship.
Your designs so far have been incredible. Keep them coming.
Bye!